Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. Been a while. Summer League. This the first one of these would have been Sunday, but the Wizards had several players dealing with COVID protocols, so we're here. They did play against the Kings tonight. They were without six players, I believe. It remains to be seen whether those six players will, in fact, take part in summer league. So they rolled with who they did have. They got some replacement players. That said, the Kings beat the Wizards 89-75. It's a pretty good game first for the first half for sure. In the second, in the second half, the third minute through the third, Sacramento started to create some separation and blew this one wide open. Ray, just want to get your initial thoughts on the Wizards, then this game as a whole. What you took from it?
Yeah, I mean it's nothing to be over analytical about or dig into too much. Given the like you said, the Wizards they're having their roster issues with people being in health and safety protocols and everything. But yeah, like you said, man, it was pretty tightly contested game through the first half. Sacramento kind of pulled away late in the second half and the third quarter. But I mean we based on what we saw, the Wizards, they, excuse me, they looked pretty good, man. They were playing aggressive, Caleb Holmesley, Jordan Goodwin, and Mason Jones, they were kind of forcing the issue on offense. They were, just putting their heads down and attacking. Uh, in regards to Corey Kispert, he came out there and played within himself. He's moving without the ball, had a nice cut and finish in the first quarter. Hit a couple threes, and on defense, he was, moving his feet and fighting through screens. In his draft day interview, he said that was something he wanted to emphasize and work on. So, it's nice to see him just kind of putting those things into fruition early. Just get your reps in now in summer leagues, so by the time the season comes in, it's kind of a habit at that point. But, we know once the regular season rolls around, it's a whole different beast. But yeah, man, just start forming good habits now. On the Kings side, Jameis Ramsey and Donovan Mitchell, man, they played well the other night. And they look good again tonight. Davion Mitchell hit a couple threes, still had that defensive intensity going. So man, they're looking pretty good so far. But all in all, it's just really what I look for in summer league games is just your people competing and just going out there and playing basketball, man. It's it's just guys fighting for roster spots. You're basically auditioning for the entire league, and then the Wizards think they have a couple of two-way spots available as well. So yeah, it's just a good time to try to wedge your way into one of those spots, whether it be here or elsewhere. So glad they were able to actually play. I know they were looking forward to getting underway on Sunday, but things happen. It's the world we're in right now. But yeah, man, glad they finally got some action. Just looking forward to see what they do for the rest of the time in Vegas.
Yeah, and one of the things to keep in mind, they played one of the few teams that the Kings were. I think they played in Utah already in that summer league, then rolled over to this one. They've already had reps since a little bit more time together than somebody like Washington. Before you throw in, missing several players due to COVID protocols, I'm with you. Like my whole thing is just to see how comfortable the youngsters are, how quickly they can get acclimated. Like there's still another level between this and what starts in October. There's quite a difference still. Um, it's cool seeing Caleb Holmesley get comfortable out there. We had a lot of people during the year last season routinely bringing that young man's name up. So it's good. I'm sure it was good for them. We'll get some comments later about the job that he did. It was only one game, but it was good seeing him be assertive and kind of just. I felt like he didn't force things too much. I'm gonna double down with what you said with Kispert. I think one of the tough things with him through summer league, and we'll see if this changes. I think Greg Anthony, Chris Miles brought it up. Just Washington doesn't exactly have any great distributors on the
Hmm.
floor. So even you and I saw, I'm sure, and you can chime in if misspeaking, a couple times during the game where he's coming off screens or he gets free, he loses his man, but no one's really aware of what's going on his side of the court. You know what I'm saying, on the other side of
Right.
the court when he's coming off some of these actions. I think the first three he hit tonight, he lost his man, came off a screen, and we saw why a lot of people felt like he was the best shooter, just flat out shooter in his draft. I like most of the looks that he got. Then at the same time, Sacramento didn't exactly ignore him. Felt like they had a body attached to him for
Mm-hmm.
most of the night as well. They were very aware of who the quote unquote shooter was on Washington and kept tabs on him. Like who else? I'm trying to think who else. Uh, the Kings, Lewis King. Kid went to Oregon several years back. He looked comfortable. You mentioned both of their guards, Davion Mitchell. I don't think anybody's shocked there. Jamice Ramsey. I'm really intrigued by Metu. I know, he's been in the league a little bit already, but is watching him kind of mess around and expand and just play around, see what else he can do. Because especially in this league, we know you can see what he can bring to the table defensively, but offensively,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll put it on the floor a little bit in transition. I'm not trying to get carried away or anything, but just watching him try to expand his game just little by little. Because sometimes those guys have little moments here and there, and a couple years later, they're playing a pivotal role on somebody's team somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts from little moments like expanding your game during the off season, messing around with different things in summer league and things of that nature. But yeah, Washington looked like a team who played for the first time in summer league, like 20 plus turnovers. You mentioned, the other thing, the Kings struggled when Ramsey and Mitchell weren't in the game in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Washington got a storm back in the game. And credit to Matt Coleman. Felt like he did a great job off the Kings bench in the second half. When those two went out, he kind of got going. And that's when the league kind of bubbled over and got a little extra there. Okay. Here we go. From I don't want to mess up your name because it's late. I'm just gonna put this comment out here. So thank you for tuning in. But like he was saying, he kind of agrees with us. Needs a playmaking point guard to get Kispert good looks. Felt like the kid balled out. He had a solid night, man. It wasn't, the role he's gonna play. So it's not like if he's not getting the ball on time, we're like, hey, put it on the floor and create. No. We don't want you to do that. And I like, he took a couple hard closeouts and didn't do too much. Like, I'm cool with the kid. The shots that he missed, cool, whatever. You took open shots. I have no issue with you. We've talked last year about he who shall not be named on the defensive end for Washington. I didn't feel like we had any of those moments with the youngster. So that's a good thing, at least in my eyes. You had anything else you want to add?
Nah, I'm good.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to be mature, man. We'll leave that man alone right now. So they missed a game on Sunday. Don't feel like they're gonna get that back. They play, what is it? I think Thursday
Mm-hmm.
is their next one. So we see you guys follow that game before we leave. As always, quick word from our folks over at Uzanas. Look, it's real simple. The best soul food in DC. Charred baked chicken leg quarters served with your choice of Chef O's signature sauce, barbecue, buffalo, lemon pepper, or teriyaki. Lunch with one side is $10.45. Dinner with two sides, $14.45. Meat only is $10.45. So get over to Uzanas, see the menu, hours, and other great deals. Order from U Street or Georgia Avenue today. And for Raymond and myself, we will see you guys very soon. And you guys have a great night.